Hey everybody, so we are on topic number 2, gameplay. And if you're wondering, like, what the crap, what happened to the story and setting stuff of all your games? Well, I'm going to go through each listing first, and then I'm going to go back through and do each topic with all the games. This way you can see everything come out at once for all the topics, and then you'll be able to see gameplay-wise. Now, one thing you can see already in this game is it may look a little different, but it may also look similar. That is because, unlike most other MMOs that I've been playing, this one is more action-oriented. And you don't have an auto attack or a basic attack down at the bottom on the toolbar. It's actually your X button or your left mouse button, depending if you're playing with the controller or not. And then you have your range attack, which is Y. You can hold it down for stuff too. Each weapon has a different one. Also to note, you have only 6 abilities you can have out at once, which we will show you that now. So we'll go to traits. So let's go to loadouts. We'll go to tank because that's what I am. These are all the abilities that I have here. And I pretty much only have defensive traits up and maybe 1 attack trait. Actually, I like 2 attack traits, my Freeze Ray and my Frost Snipe. This Ice Bash increases my damage and puts a chill effect on my weapon. This is a shield that takes damage for me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not changing that. And then we can make an Ice Boulder to throw. This Winter Ward takes you out of control effects. Ice Element, you can spin your Supercharge, which I'll explain that later. And like, you can customize in most times 2 different roles, unless you have a character that actually transforms with certain effects. Like mine, I can transform into an Ice Element, which I gotta change these 2 around because stuff is messed up, and we don't want Cold Snap, we want that. So with the Ice Element, the cool thing about this gameplay is most of these skills give you chill effects. When you get a certain amount of chill effects, you transform into the ice guy, or you get transformed into a full armor. I could spend 50% of my supercharge if I wanted to and turn into the ice guy, which that's pretty cool too, I'm not gonna lie. But I normally don't use that because then I lose my weapon and my combos with the weapon, and I have to go do other stuff. So one other thing to show you about gameplay here, which I'm going to record a entire setting of, is one of these on-duty things. You have 1-player ones, which is what we'll do. You have 2-player, which is co-op. Just you and 2 players, and you unlock more as your armor gets better. That's why I don't have that many unlocked, because I don't have that good of armor. Same with 4-player. This is your standard instance. Then 8-player is a raid. And same with this, you unlock stuff as you get better armor. Then you have PvP, which on PvP you have separate armor, which toughness is what this game uses for PvP armor. One thing they released in the past couple updates, I think it's about 3 or 4 months ago, might have been longer, I'm not for sure, but you go into a PvP area and you cannot use your PvE stuff, which I have a PvE tank and a PvP tank. So we'll activate that and see how bigger my life got. Well, I put on all my PvP gear, and I'll even come in here and show you. So what we're hovering over is the back piece of armor that I have for my PvE, and then you can see how my stats change. See how it adds 167 defense and I lose 269 on toughness. Well, that's all because of this here. Toughness, it says you reduce damage from player enemies. The higher level, the more toughness is required. 1% damage reduction equals 15 toughness, level 1, and 71 toughness at level 30. So that's what that is. And defense, it reduces damage from non-player enemies. And it's the same thing, I believe. Yeah, same math. Level 1 is 15, level 30 is 71. And you just have to change that. Cool thing is, I just changed back into my PvE stuff, and I'll show you where I have my equipment stored. Right here. These two are my two storage ones. I think the one that is flashing now is my PvE, and this one's my PvP. Now, other thing to note is you can get abilities, which I'm not going to use yet. I'm going to wait to show it. Actually, yeah, I'll wait to show it to you once we get into the mission. But you can come into here, and I can get an accomplice, which is a sidekick, or I can get henchman. And then I got these things here that I can put inside my weapons if they have slots for them, and they do different things. And what you see me in right here is my very own base. It's not really customized that well because I don't have the patience for it. But you have different styles of bases, and you can move it around depending on where you want it to be and what city. You have Metropolis and Gotham are your two cities for bases to put them in, and it costs money to have them plan it out. Like, you have to actually rent it out. So let's move on to our next thing real quick. But the cool thing to play, which these get rotated a lot, are the PvP. So if I don't want to do it because it's going to queue me up, but alright, so we're going to hit Q. You can come in here and you can pick different heroes and villains to play as, but you get to play as the legends. So you got Batman, Joker, Harley, Nightwing, Robin, Bane, Huntress, Joker from Arkham Asylum. Two-Face is fun. Back before all the new ones came out, Catwoman was pretty much invincible, and Bizarro and Superman were too, but they've patched a lot of things out. Newest one is Green Arrow, and I think Wonder Girl, classic Batman, Supergirl, Guy, Kyle, and Saint. I think pretty much from here down is new besides Modern Batman. I think he's been around for a little bit. One thing that, where's it at? Right here. Future Batman and Future Harley were pre-order bonuses. Oh crap. I don't want to join. I forgot about that. Leave queue. Alright. And so let's get going to an easy one. We'll go to this one because I like going. This is one of the ones I do. One thing to note with the villains, you also have to do certain missions to get renown, to get the armor from certain trees, because you have Meta Wing, which are your metahumans. You have your Tech Wing, which are people that start out with like gadgets as a power, or a couple other things. I forget exactly what it is. Gadgets, and there's one other one. And then you have magic, which are people who start out with the magical power. The metahumans most of the time are tank and DPS. Magic are most of the time DPS and healing. Gadget is most of the time DPS and control. And controllers in this game refill the blue bar. Healers fill the red or the green bar, and also controllers manage the group. They have a lot of trickery aspects to them, but they're the easiest to go down in my opinion. That's what my original character was, and it was hard to play. And you can see all those original videos of when I was trying to beat the end of the game at the beginning. But in here we're at one of our one-player raids, and I'll show you the gameplay here.
I'm on it. Hands up and weapons down.
So with this, you see me doing melee, and you saw how I just got knocked out. Well, with the melee, if you do 3 of them at once, like I was trying to catch him in it. But if you do 3 melees at once, you end up having this melee token appear above your head. Now it's a range token. The difference is when you do 3 melee, somebody can block like this, and if you hit 3 times a block, you fall down and take a chunk of your damage. Now if you're blocking and somebody does range attacks, they can knock you down. But if you're doing range attacks and somebody does a charge melee, they can knock you down. It's a way to balance it out, and it was really broken in the beginning of the game because there was animation canceling. Like, you can go 3, then 2, then block, and you can just cancel out into the new, or into your other mode so you wouldn't get knocked out by somebody charging at you with melee or a range or something. I don't know if that still works. I don't think it does, but it's one thing to keep an eye on.
This is the police.
But here are my henchmen. No, it's an accomplice again. I forgot to replace them. But the accomplices will help you fight. And one thing I suggest doing is, if you're a villain,
Hotshot police raid. You're under arrest.
if you're a villain, always rescue the Falcone men in here, because
Detectives. All bark, no
in the next
bite.
area they'll help you fight and everything. These missions are always all the same, really.
New gun in town.
Every time you go to do it, this mission itself is the same, but you get daily rewards from it. And here is one of my favorite skills with the range stuff. It's good AoE, but you gotta watch out, especially in PvP. And then, yeah, it's funny that the fact that they added fire to the rifle guy, but it's still pretty cool.
Mr. Falcone will hear about the favor you
And you got healing barrels and everything. You have, I'm trying to think of what it's called. You can pick up an object. Let me see if I can find a decent one. After I save these guys. And I blew up the one I was going to pick up. Okay. I can pick this up, can I? Oh, I don't have super strength no more. Well, crap. Well, you can pick up objects. There's a skill for super strength, where you can pick up the heavier stuff, or you can pick up these barrels. The one I have is a flame one that explodes. The ones with little plus signs are healing. They refill your blue, your green, and your yellow. And these, well, they just explode. And what you want to do in like PvP, it's kind of hard to do in here because the AI does one thing. You want to mix this up, so melee, melee, shot, 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 melee, whatever you can to make sure you don't have what is it called? The wrong kind of effect happen. I'm going to show you one of the other weapons I have, which it's one of my favorite. Make sure. Yep, I can. Sweet. So that is my scythe weapon. This one's cool because if you're going to play as a tank, it's easier to tank as a melee guy. But you also get this. A nice constant stunning effect that helps out a lot on trying to keep a crowd of people on you, because it also hits in an area. And when people go to do a melee like that, you're always charging, so they always get knocked down. And you get your combo counters. And here, yeah, see, that is the range attack board. Each weapon has a range, each weapon has a melee. It just depends on how you see it. I'll show you another one here. There's multiple types of weapons. Is this stupid looking shield? It'll do. I haven't used my shields in a while, so, or any of these weapons, so a lot of the what is it called? Styles that I have, which is I'm gonna use this game.
Drop your weapons and surrender.
And a couple other games mixed together for the customization, because this one has a good one. Champions Online has a fantastic one, and so does Star Trek. And just those three games in general are ones I like playing. But I'm gonna wait to record the customization on Champions until I can get another character up to 25, I believe it is. Because that is when you get a, what is it called? a villain you get to make up, which that is one of the best things about that game. They will screw up your missions at random times and literally just come after you. After we get through this area, I'll equip my bow and show you that one. That is my favorite weapon in the game, besides the staff. My gun is the one I use the most because I wanted to make a Mr.Freeze character. That's it. Freeze them. If you get lucky at times, you can freeze people with my freeze ray. And they will become like giant ice blocks. And you can pick them up and throw them, and it's fantastic. Alright. Let's equip. Which one is this? Oh, that's the ugly bow, but I can deal with it. Now we get to run the Catwoman again. Oh, and you can see the chill effects on my armor. I'm in my chill effect mode right now, because all that ice is coming out of me. That means I had 5 chill effects happen. Oh, let's see if I can still do this. Oh crap, I can't use my bow that well. Oh god, this is so bad. I wanted to show off my bow because it was one of my favorite weapons, but I can't do the skill because I don't know if I have it on my guy. Let's see, 1, 2. There it is. Okay, I had forgot how to do it. This is, I guess you would say, kind of like a fighting game where you have different
Catwoman.
abilities or combos you have to do to pull off certain things.
Criminals here. No need to be catty, Huntress. You don't want to come quietly? Fine.
And I have to save my supercharge because of this. And good thing about being a tank, I don't have to literally hide from this, but it helps to do. Scoot back a little bit because I don't like being up close with her.
Play cat and mouse.
To stay around Catwoman, she will most of the time jump Catwoman, I believe. Yeah, see. And well, she acts like her.
Over here. Let's finish this.
And I think my rifle's a tad bit stronger, but that's okay. You also gotta move like this.
You have the place surrounded. Lay down your weapons and surrender.
Accomplice.
It's Catwoman.
Cool thing is, my accomplice should take out the cops, hopefully pretty easily. Usually, depending on what weapon I'm playing as at the time, that's what my accomplice is. So, if I'm playing as a ranged guy, my accomplice will be a melee guy. I want to free somebody, dang it. One thing is, most of your weapons, if you go to charge them, they'll have your element or your skill type effect on it. I think if you're tech, they might have something special happen. Oh, she's actually coming after me.
Time to pack some heat. The hunt is on. Take cover.
There we go. So, oh, she broke out. I forgot.
Remember this, Catwoman.
You
can't have that many lives left.
NPCs that are actual heroes and villains, when you get them in an effect, they don't stay out long. So we got some Marks of Triumph. a crappy necklace, some stuff for the rogues, crap bow, and that is my belt, which I'm putting up here so I don't lose it. Actually right here. I will show you the where's it at? There it is, henchman. Show you this real quick. And I'll go back to wait, wrong one. That was this row. Okay. So we'll complete this mission and I will show you one last thing.
Meet me at the club later. I've got all kinds of trouble for you to get into.
Sure you do. And one other thing, whenever you do an instance, or raid, or PvP, you'll get damage output, healing output, power output. You will also get, if you're in PvP, the kill-death ratio stuff, so just keep that in mind. Now, we're back in the base, so wherever you were at the end, or where you queued up for your instance, you come back to. And then you'll have a cooldown. I believe it's a weekly cooldown. Now, if you're a subscriber, which I'll go in more detail about what you get with that in the later videos, you get monthly replay tokens, or you used to. I'm pretty sure you still do. And you just spend those to unlock it, and you can constantly run. And there's multiple different ones. I haven't done any of the tier 3s. Gotham Warehouse is pretty fun. University is pretty fun. Subway is a little hard, or it used to be. And Star Labs I haven't done. Or that one is fun too, because you get the Flash and the original Flash. So, with that being said, don't forget to like, favorite, share, and comment. And I will hopefully put up some PvP videos. Just show off that aspect of the game, because I already know this video is too long. So peace out, everybody.